So here we go, Joel, a video of your 1979 F250. It's a pretty cool year truck. 1979 was the only year that they put, 78 and 1979 was the only year that they put the disc brake Dana 44 high pinion axle in it. Has dual piston calipers for gnarly stopping power. That's how I originally fell in love with these trucks. The front axle is really coveted for solid axle swaps. It has a high pinion axle too, which is 30 to 40% stronger than low pinion axles. Keeps your drive shaft out. It's got the gear driven MP205 transfer case up here, which is a tank. Everyone wants that transfer case. It's mated. It's a Boss. Has a little leaky output seal, but it's not dripping yet. So I'll show you where the truck weeps. I went through the entire truck and replaced a lot of the seals, and it didn't have any major issues, and she doesn't drip hardly anything, so I'm pretty happy considering she's from 1979. This is the other cool thing about this truck, Arizona truck. This is hard because in Arizona people don't order four-wheel drives because we don't have any snow, so usually they're super rare, special order out here. And the cool thing is there's no rust underneath this cab. Looks like it does in 1979 other than surface rust from the paint. And it's freaking awesome. Frame is absolutely beautiful. Has the factory PCV cans. I would keep those on there for originality. They're not hooked up because it has an aftermarket air cleaner up there, but if you want to hook them up for originality, you can. Also, if you live in a emissions county like California, Los Angeles, Phoenix, you're going to want to run those. She has true dual exhaust. Someone cut up some headers, I'm not sure what it out of, and made a true dual exhaust, and she sounds freaking bitchin'. And then in the rear, we have a Dana 60 full floater, extremely strong axle, 30 spline. This combo, if you want to lift it, is good for probably up to 37-inch tires with no modification, which is super killer. We have the rear gas tank, which is in good shape, nothing's rusted. It needs a new fuel selector valve if you want to use the new front tank, but right now, if you want to use the front tank, but right now have it bypassed. I dropped the rear tank, the sender's good, I'm getting good signal from the sender, but the gas gauge currently isn't working. I believe it to be a wiring or dash issue. Should be simple to figure out. Just don't have the time right now. And the front tank's in nice shape. She's a poly tank. Have not dropped her. Would definitely drop and clean. So underneath the bed, you can see there's no bed rust. It's like brand new freaking factory bed from underneath. That's what's cool about these trucks, these Arizona trucks, is you never have to worry about rust issue or stuck bolts or cab corners are rotted out. Everything's nice, factory, brand new, super hard to find. And you can see the bottom of the doors, everything's freaking nice. Just surface rust from gravel, Arizona gravel roads and stuff. No broken leaf springs, suspension's in great shape, steering's nice, she drives good. Put new lockouts on there, we found old ones, repainted them, rebuilt the entire assembly, repacked wheel bearings, she's good to go. And then the tires are nice. They're 2014 and a 3/4 tread, rolled down. They're 32-inch tall tires, 265 75 R16, which is very similar to the tread width and height of the original tires that'd be on this truck. She's a long bed. I replaced all lights that were cracked or anything. Tailgate mechanism wasn't working. Rebuilt that. Now she works really good. The bed's in really nice shape. The skin is coming off, very common on the 78, 79s. Someone screwed it on, but you can tack weld it or order a new one from Rock Auto. However, the originals are the best, and I would not recommend that. Shiny stuff sucks. And then the bed, we have surface rust, but no cancer. It had a bed liner in it, which protected it. We have a spare tire, and you can see the condition of the bed. She was a all-work truck, but nothing major in terms of dent-wise. And there's no body damage on the truck except for this one area in the front. I'll show you. So up here, there's a dent and it creases back here. But other than that, she's very beautiful. She's got that patina look. And as far as the body goes, The paint underneath is the original. This is a repaint. You can tell just by the layering. And then also there's one other miscontinuity in the body here in this small section. So I must have did some Bondo work in the past, but there's no major dent on the back side. I just ran a magnet over the entire truck because I'm anal. And then we'll take a look at the engine over here. Has the original deer tag, which is pretty cool. It's hard to find them with the original deer tag. And the VIN says this truck should have had a 400M, but it has a 460 someone swapped in there, which is pretty much a bolt-up operation. Other cool thing is that it has, this is very unique, passenger car heads, high compression heads. Someone knew what they were doing with this motor. Dove C. You can do some research on those. Also has an Edelbrock intake, has a Holley 4-barrel, and all this was brand new by the previous owner. I went through and replaced all the rubber, all the hoses, everything except for the belts. I'll see if I can get to that for you because the power steering squeaks right now. And new wires, new distributor, new brake booster, new master, brand new ignition module, and I carry a spare of these. Brand new alternator module, has an Optima red top in it with the recent code, and new ignition coil. And the heater core is bypassed. I haven't messed with it yet, but it could be bad, could be not sure. We'll definitely take a look at it. It's only 80 bucks on like Rock Auto to replace one of those, and dash is really easy to get to on these trucks. And I also put, because the factory radiator didn't have an overflow, put an overflow tank right there. Oh yeah, brand new radiator too. And I do have the factory radiator if you want it. I'll bring it with me. It needs to have the top core tank repaired. Had a leak up there. But just like to have new stuff. She was my daily driver. Drove her all over. Registered, insured. Never let me down. I really love this truck. You can see the core support's really nice. Grill's really sexy. Bumper is in nice shape. I'll do a little walk around here. Ford badging's all there, nothing's missing. Glass is very nice. Do a full walk around here. Got that nice patina look. I put new tail lights in there because the old ones, Arizona is unfortunately bad to plastic and rubber things, so anything that was cracked or anything like that replaced. I believe one side marker probably needs to be replaced, but it's doing pretty good. Here's a rear tank that's working on. Like I said, fuel gauge is not working. Here's the front tank, needs to be dropped and gone through, but I've been just running off the rear. The doors are nice, they shut and open beautifully. Arizona truck. Love her. Got some factory mirrors on there. Interior's in really nice shape. I found these door panels, they're injection molded. I made sure to get the injection molded ones because a lot of the factory, like aftermarket magazines, sell the thermoform ones, so these were made from the actual Ford tooling. Painted green because it's got a green carpet. Got a cool thing going on. You can see the interior's in really nice shape. The dash pad is not cracked, which is super rare. I really like that. All the glass is good. I'll go ahead and fire up. Brand new pedal rubbers on everything. Like I said, Arizona truck, so I tried to replace all the rubber stuff. This is clean box A mileage. I believe it to be around 110, 115,000. It's only rolled over once. You can see she's got, let's see if I can get her focus. It's got 111,000 miles on it. I mean 111,547. Go ahead and start her up. She's been sitting too. But it's nice. It starts like a fuel injected truck. Really love the way this truck runs. I'll go back here and show you exhausts. Windshield wipers work. Lights work. I think the dash lights need to be replaced, and then the fuel gauge doesn't work, the alternator gauge to work, fuel pressure gauge to work, but the coolant one is not working. Never got above 200 degrees even in the summer here using my FLIR, but these need to be gone through. Blinkers work. And then this works, like I said, the heater core is bypassed, so I'm not sure if it's good or not. Like I said, it's like $80 to replace it. It's really easy to get to down there for the winter. So then you're gonna need that out there. Just in Arizona, no one runs it. Power steering works, but there's a slight noise. Probably replace the pump, but she's doing good for now. The exhaust is nice. I believe it has a mild crane cam in it. I mean, a mild crane cam. You can tell up here someone put an aftermarket tachometer in there, so they want to pay attention. And I believe the power band to be around 3K. It starts pulling really hard around there. Shrek be like, listen to this here 460. I'll go ahead and bring her up to like 2,500 RPM back down so you can hear the exhaust note. I really like the exhaust on this truck.